Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Happy Friday. Hope your week was fantastic. Welcome back to my channel. I stream programming for your entertainment or education every weekday starting at 2 o'clock New York time. And we've been working on my Subway app for this past week and the week before that. It's on the App Store and it's called underway.nyc. You tap on station on the map and you see the trains coming. Um, we've been doing some pretty big refactorings recently to add path trains to the app. Um, and I think I need a touch of a break from that. So we're going to do a slightly different direction today. What I want to do is I have a couple scripts in my project um, that I think could get updated a little bit. For example, we have our static data that ships with the app as a SQLite database. Um, that gets generated by this generate script. And you can see there's a lot of different things going on in here. And so I would like to switch that to using Swish, which is a task runner that I've been working on the side. I've got a full example project you can check out um, for how to use it. For example, um, this one has 3 targets in the example for like generating your app icon from an SVG file, generating your project file, your Xcode proj file using Xcode and of course, the most important one, shipping your app to the App Store. And a little taste of what secrets management could look like if you're using Swish. Yeah, one of the motivations for Swish is, you've heard me say on stream before, I'm tired of Ruby dependencies for my iOS apps. This is moving along in that direction. Yeah, so that's the cue for today. I'd like to convert my static data scripts to use Swish. So let's open up a terminal and see what we get when we get over there. Let's see, we're in the iOS subdirectory, so cd /data. Then if I type swish, I cannot find, right. I guess the first thing to do would be to rename this generate directory to swish. And then swish looks for the package.swift in the swish subdirectory. And it's structured that way so that these swish scripts don't interfere with, they're supposed to be like helpful to your project, not part of your project. And until Swift Package Manager has a better way to do that, having sort of a convention of the Swish subdirectory of your project, that's been feeling pretty good. Because it's been feeling pretty good, I want to bring it to this other part. Let's delete those as well, because those will be regenerated anyway. So now, if in my data directory and I accidentally hit Command W, if I run swish, it gets all the current executable targets. And this is a bug. Looks like it's getting a library target as well. Oops. So that'll be a bug fix. Add that to our queue, I guess. Oh, and I guess I should update my my stream info. Um, cool. That is up to date, and we'll take care of that bug later. For now, we say swish generate the master data file. This might just work, actually. I guess that's what's so nice about Swish. It's just running the executable that it found um, from the parent directory, um, which is nice for keeping track of paths and stuff like that. Um, okay, I thought this was going to be at least a little bit more work. Instead, we're done in 5 minutes, so I guess we can move on to the bug fix here. Let's go ahead and commit though. I mean, this is all just a rename. Cool. So this is this is this is done. Let's go on to bug fixes. Let's see, where do I have it? I think it's in my directory called sh. Readme update. Um, and I guess I can drop the link. Wolfen says, really nice atmosphere here. I'm sad that I'm not full dev and don't know much about Swift. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate the support. Um, yeah, Swift happens to be my favorite language right now. I also do a little bit of Kotlin and JavaScript. Um, what kind of devs do you do? So I have it open already. Let's close some of these other windows here. Let's pull up the screen a little bit. Cool. So let's see if we can diagnose this bug here. I guess we could write a test for this. Uh, sketch out some tasks here. Write a test. Code. Wolfen says, I'm working more with domain software languages, developing tax consultant programs for tax calculations in Germany. Oh, cool. Right on. That's awesome. Let's see, so I think this is the list command. Yeah, so when we run the list command, we discover a Swiss directory, and then we list the targets of it. Let's see if we can see what it is in here. Oh, we just say package.targets, not package.executable targets. Well, that was easy. Have a great day. See you soon. You too. Thanks for stopping by. Wolfen also says they are more developed for us and not usable outside the company. Yeah, that can be frustrating, especially when you're looking for a new job or you're trying to share something cool you learned, but it's private. Um, that can be a real bummer. That's one of the reasons why I stream my own code, because I've written too much stuff that I can't share. I want to have stuff that is mine so I can share it. Let's see. What's the commit here? I guess announce only executable targets. And I suppose we can let's see if how we could write a test for this. Um, so the Swiss package dump represents an export of a package.swift file in JSON that comes with Package Manager. Um, yeah, you can see we're using sh to generate it. It's decodable, and I guess I can show it here on the command line. Swift package oh, get a bunch of JSON, I think. Oh, dump hyphen package. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of JSON in there. We decode it as, or interpret it rather, as a package dump. Then we get the executable targets. I suppose this could be a computed var instead of a function. I mean, the internals look exactly the same. Maybe this is an executable target named. I'm sure one of these will call build failure. What is in this? Let's open this up with Nova. It's inside of here. Oh, just a sample. Move that to trash. Let's see if we still get that error. Um, yeah, this is a problem I've had with Swift Package Manager a few times before. And boy, is it annoying. Um, I believe it's because no, this is capitalized. What happens is that Swift Package Manager sometimes sees the name of the directory as the name of the package. Let's make sure. Let's take a look at that in kind of a more visual view. Dragon Dust. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you again. Let's add this repo here. And then open it up. Yeah, so our tests are not building because I have to rename it this way. Not load module swish as swish. So do I need to separate this out as a kind of a library? New app. No, just doing a scripting update for the script runner that I use. Um, it's called Squish. I have an example project up now. Um, and what can I show from the example? Um, I guess, shipping to the App Store is a pretty common thing. This is how one might upload your app to the App Store using Swish, which depends on SH and SHXC run. And this is a SH wrapper around the Xcode build tools. You can see we define the path to our archive, export options. We're going to store it. What the export options are. We write those to said path. And we define some parameters for the Xcode build. And then using those parameters, we archive and we export the archive. Finally, we upload to the App Store using AL tool. The motivation here is I'm kind of tired of Ruby apps like CocoaPods and Fastlane. I'm tired of Ruby dependencies for my Swift apps. So I really wanted a Swift task runner. Hopefully soon Swift will have something native for running tasks. Looks like they might be slowly moving in that direction, but until then, I've been using this on my own apps for a while. We found a bug earlier in the stream that it would list non-executable targets. And so we fixed that bug. However, when we went to go run the tests, we're getting this cannot load module um, build error. So I feel like perhaps I need to split this target into two targets. This would be push lib, I guess. We'll have a new executable target named swish. Dependencies. So this would be, I guess, swish lib. And I guess we need a folder for that with a main. So other folks have had success using this at main construct. And I guess it's not quite working for me. Lib, I guess. Then there's no longer an at main here. Oh, so I guess this needs to be public. And this needs to be public. Okay, now let's see if we're building. Not run without a build destination. Sometimes Xcode gets confused when messing around with the package.swift. Let's clean up the spacing, and then let's restart Xcode. Build without a scheme. We're still getting an error. What is it? Which product requires package swish target swish tests not found? Oh, right. So then this tests depend now on swish lib, I guess, for lack of a better word. And here we import swish lib. Missing product sh. No, that's right here. Let's try building on the command line. Okay, so it's building. We just need to change the give it a public initializer. Let's try opening it in Xcode again. Yeah, we get these other errors. Don't seem to be applying to us. Okay, so we're building. And testing. Cool. Okay. It kind of is a little annoying to go back to this old style um, of package structure, but I guess it's fine. It builds. Back to switch and now package structure tests are not able to build. Cool. So as usual, when we try to do something, something else comes up. Um, let's see now if we can write a test for um, the list command. So let's make a new file. List command tests. And I guess we can copy paste the beginning of this. Tests list, I guess for now. And what happens? What happens when I run the tests? Yeah, I'm just kind of curious what running like what did happen here. Oh, I guess it uses slash temp as the swishter. Um, oh, this this doesn't do anything. Throw when missing the script name. Okay, this was very rigorously tested. Um, so one kind of annoying thing with running things in Xcode is that it copies all the code to somewhere else. Um, you can see I can't see inside the demos folder inside of Xcode. So let's swap to Nova. I feel like maybe the demo project might be a good place to target this test. Looks like it's called Vapor Demo. So let's command U. Okay. Let's see, what does list command return? Oh, it lists, it sends the package to the announcer. Um, so guess what we like, what do we want to test here? We want to test that we want to make like a fake announcer and assert that it gets called um with something. Yeah, I guess we could try that. Is announcer a protocol? No, it is not. Okay. I guess if we want to make asserts here, this needs to be a protocol. We want to insert a fake here. What are other options? Um, Other options are see what else is inside of this list command. It discovers the Swift package dump, and then it lists the targets. Yeah, I guess we could assert the executable targets that it finds. But then we're not really testing the command, are we? Huh? Yeah, I guess we need to make an announcer protocol so that we can insert a mock. For now, it can have, I guess, one method. We can hang on to the received package in the fake. And then instead of passing in the default announcer, we can pass in this fake announcer. And then we can assert we can just assert not nil for now that we actually did receive something. We'll make this a class, no worries. Oh, and then of course, this needs to take this protocol as an option, not the direct type. Okay, so I think this is happening because we're inside of Xcode. I think if we run this from the command line, it should find it. So let's try that. Yeah, it's able to find it from the command line. Is there a good way to pass in the directory it should run from? Location. Yeah, that's not the kind of location that I'm thinking of. Xcode. Let's see, maybe we can figure that out. Xcode unit test project root. How do I get to the project root in an Xcode unit test? Oh, looks like someone has the same question. You could use the URL and file along with the name of the directory that holds it. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it'd be nice to have like fixtures that are come along through with the app. Um, yeah, I think that is supported by Swift Package Manager. Um, Let me do a Google search for that. Test fixtures, Swift Package Manager. This is a run of this is a GitHub action run. Um, oh my goodness. Oh, SPM must mean like something else too. Uh, let's see, test resources. And they'll put in quotes Swift Package Manager. Okay, here we go. In our test target, we can have a resources key and copy some resources over. Okay. And perhaps we'll call these fixtures instead of resources. And then I suppose we can have how do we want to structure this? I guess let's start with A for now, for like test A, I guess, and we can rename these in a moment. And I think this has to be named Swish, and then we can put in a package.swift inside of here. I'm kind of just going to paste this one in for now. Sample A for now. Dependencies might be a required key. Okay, so coming back to our no tests. Yeah, Xcode gets confused so easily, so easily. Let's try reopening it. Oh, I think it was just an extra close parenthesis. See if that helps. Yay, build succeeded. Okay, so then in our list commands test, I think what we say is fixtures slash a. If I hit command U, starting to test something. Hot error. Did not find package.swift. Um. Oh. Oh. Okay. So we don't need this this other swishster here. We command U again. Not find package. Oh right, I can't just say something direct like that. I have to say like module dot path or something like that. Bundle dot module dot like resources path. Let's try this out. And while it builds, we'll look at the documentation. Control I to reformat, Command U to run the test, tab to look at some samples here. That's not present in foundation.bundle. Fascinating. Oof, that's spicy. But it got something. Let's see how it does on the command line. I guess it kind of got the same error. Could not find package. Um, oh, it looks like it's missing a separator there. If we just put a slash there, let's try it again in Xcode. Command U. Still spinning, so I think this is okay. Let's run it the command line. Our expected expression in container literal. Oh, so this is a JSON decoding error. Is that true? Valid manifest format. Um, let's search for that. Okay, I think it's a JSON error coming from the SPM dump package command. We can try running that. Oops, I did not mean to close that window. sh cd swish. Yeah, so if we Swift package some package in the local directory, yeah, we get a bunch of JSON. So this is what we're trying to mimic in our fixture. We're decoding a swish package.swift. We say the package path is, would it be tests slash, we can give copy relative path from Nova command V. Yeah, so this is the error we saw when running the test. So you can see we're able to reproduce the error from the command line. So let's fix the syntax of my fixture. Does it say exactly what it is? Expected expression and container literal? Oh, I have an extra close paren. There we go. Now it's coming through. So let's run the tests again. It had output, so I thought it was an error, but it's just logging the output. You can see that the test passed. Okay. And if I run this from Xcode, Command U, does it also pass the way that it passed? Oh, nice. That it passes from the command line. Nice. We can now make some actual asserts here. Instead of just asserting that it's not null, you can say assert equal fake dot receive package dot executable target named, and I suppose we can make this fixture a little bit more interesting. I guess for the sake of this fixture, we don't really need any dependencies or anything. And what else is on there? Oh yeah, we only decode the targets since that's the only thing that Swish is interested in. Now I can't help but notice that we're setting up a fake to get the output of the list command, and that architecture feels feels a little bad. Uh, Perhaps passing in an announcer for testing is not that great. I mean, this is kind of what we're interested in. We don't care we don't care about what gets sort of put up to the printed out to the terminal here. Um, what could we do instead? We could drink some water. We could also commit. Add a test fixture. To test the list command. Committing will give us a save point to go back to if we really mess some stuff up. I mean, we could kind of restructure this, right? Like we could say like our exec thing could maybe return the package that it found. And then we don't have to pass in an announcer. We can we don't have to have a fake, we don't have to have a protocol. We can isolate the part that we want to test. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this direction, actually. Because the other thing we could do is, as this is the list command, perhaps it returns a list of targets. And the announcer isn't in charge of getting the targets off of the package dump, in charge of just listing the targets. Maybe something like that is what it could look like. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. And go back to having this be announcer. And remove that sort of announcing protocol that we just made. And instead of list targets of, this is now targets. And instead of sort of reaching into the Swift package dump and getting out the targets, it just enumerates through the targets that were passed to it directly. Yeah, so I guess in some ways you might say that there was a little bit of business logic in there. Yeah, so we don't need this fake announcer. We can delete this. That's, and instead of asserting on a received package, we can say insert on the targets that it found. Insert that it's not 0. Or I guess assert that we found 1. We don't want to assert that it's not 0, I guess. And this should be exec. So now if we command U, that's succeeded. If we make the test fail, command U, cool. We get the failure that we expect. And I'm going to use stop first here because I don't want to cause an index out of bounds. And then I suppose we can give this fixture kind of a better name. Update the name of the package. It's a better name for the first target here. The single main first a example. Yeah, I guess example is fine. Yeah, and what you'll notice is that this doesn't necessarily get compiled. I can put in an obvious type error, compilation error, and it still builds. It's only when I run the tests that we should see some kind of error. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We can include Swift code as fixtures in our Swift project. Pretty rad. Cool. Let's go ahead and commit that and maybe make a more complex example. Let's see. Um, Now the compiler didn't tell us, but guess we have something else kind of going on too. Um, yeah, I guess. Oh, I guess it gave us a warning. Um, we need to be calling announce here, not just exec, I guess. And I wonder if there's maybe a better way to model this. I guess currently each of the commands take sort of an output to send stuff to the announcer, and I mean, I guess it's neither here nor there. It's neither like bad or good, I guess. Um, I guess now I have asymmetry now. I have list command calls announce. These other ones call exec. Always goes to the announcer. Um, I wonder if I guess we'll stay with this list command for a second. If it shouldn't receive like an announcer as initialization parameter, if it should sort of like announce to this gets passed in here. Failed, of course. Oh, and of course the other usage of this as well. I guess list is the default command, as you can see, and then also you can explicitly call list by typing in dash dash list or dash L. And that kind of cleans up the test because the announcer is not used. It's not used there. I guess one wrinkle is if there are arguments to pass to it. Um, a command kind of has like the directory to run it in, whether or not it should print anything out, and then an output and an argument. There's kind of four things there. I guess to find out more about the direction we want to go in, um, you can look at some of these other examples. I guess there's the exec command here. And what does this one do? Yeah, so this is when you actually say swish run this target. Um, yeah, I guess if we follow the pattern that we just had for the list command, it might look something like along with the parameters. And I guess one wrinkle here is that the announcer kind of happens in the middle. Um, like if we don't want to announce that we're running a target and then say it's not found. So maybe we do want to stick with the architecture that we had before. Maybe we do want to stick with having this sort of announcing protocol that the tests override. Um, But in another sense, having a list command with, possibly printed output, I mean, it's nice because it makes it kind of more reusable. Um, yeah, the list command returns back a bunch of targets. That kind of makes sense. That's reusable. Um, the side effect of this announcing feels a little weird. I guess is the output of the command as important as the actions of the command? Um, I guess this exec thing here. I guess this kind of implies that yeah, it is. It's kind of bound together. Um, huh. I guess I'm thinking like, do we which is kind of the right just kind of the right pattern here for this. What's going to make it easiest for people to contribute to this as an open source project? What's going to make it easiest for people to understand as they're trying to use this and they bump into something? I mean, this test feels good. Um, I guess another alternative would be um, if the announcer is nillable, and you could explicitly set it to nil when you're running tests. Um, you don't have to have two separate methods. Um, although going back to the list command, we're returning something here. Um, let's see, what would this look like with an optional announcer? It would look something like that, I guess. Failed because over here, that's repetitive. Then we have a warning because it's still returning something. We could mark it as a discardable result. Which is, you know, largely true. Um, it is mostly used as a script runner, and this is kind of a convenience for testing, really. Okay, what's our current build failure? copy from above. Yeah, then we can mark this as nil. And around we go. So if we make all the announcers null, one was easy. This has two. Oh, I guess in case it gets initialized with just one. Okay, yeah, that's used sometimes. I guess help kind of always announces. That's kind of a special case, I guess. I don't think we need to sweat that too much. Yeah, I guess list is kind of the only thing that returns something. So having that one be a discardable result instead of changing the architecture of everything, I think that's a good change. So what did we do? We made the announcer uh, optional. Um, yeah, so we can pass it in directly to the tests. Okay, so can we write some more tests? Like perhaps the exec command, the main command, it's a script runner. The main function probably have a test. Okay, so how how do we want to do this? I guess we can start by initializing one. Perhaps we'll use that one for now as well. The same fixture from the other test. And I guess we can run it and just see what happens. That succeeded. Interesting. Okay. Um, kind of not expecting that at all because there's nothing to execute. I was expecting Swift Package Manager to throw a fit. Um, all right, so we have the it's a different folder now. Okay, so we have some JSON. So instead of saying Swift package that package path, let's say Swift run. And the target name is example. Yeah, so we get an error here. Why did we not get an error from the exec command? I guess for one, we kind of need to know what passed through to sh. Um, and this is, of course, the sh dependency, which is for actually doing the running of a shell command. That's the URL for it. Let's print it for now. See what we got there in the test. I did Command U. This is going to run all of them, I guess. Oh, we do get an error. Maybe I just ran the wrong test or something before. Um, too many levels of symbolic links. Wow. Macho file. Never heard of a macho file before. Sounds toxic, though. So if I run it directly, it succeeds? No, don't do me like this. Oh, no, 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 no. Command U. It's failed. Run this individually. It's also failed. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I thought I saw a test succeeding. I'm glad it's not. So kind of like how I have this announcer thing going. I feel like maybe I want like a wrapper around sh, so I can get the can get the command that's getting passed down to it, so I can make asserts on it. Um, Something like this, what I'm thinking. This one we actually might need a fake for. Yes, let's find all the calls to sh in here. Looks like these all go to the terminal. Um, Goes to the terminal. To go to the terminal. I guess this is the only one that doesn't. This one returns something back. Yeah, so I guess this is a test wrapper around the package that this interacts with. Um, try else rows. Oh, speed one. Try, sure. Yeah, so I guess is this a good idea? um, like this might be getting a little out of hand. I mean, I guess how else are we going to assert that the correct commands were created? I guess. I guess the rough part is that I guess this is like fairly readable. It's like I guess it really does tie it um, to sh, and I guess that is like a smell for testing, right? Um, let's go a little bit further. Let's go a little bit further, see if we can discover um, some clues of how we might want to do it. And I guess if we have a fake, we don't need to mark it as live or not. Let's say we can keep track of the received commands as an array of strings. Um, every time exec gets called to it, we can just append. And how do we want to keep track of the decode requests? Especially because, well, what is what is the test going to um, return? Um, because where is that used? That's used here. Um, yeah, when we interpret the this package dump, um, when we decode a Swift package dump from the output of calling dump package on a Swift package, say that 10 times fast. Uh, yeah, I'm not exactly sure which direction to go in here. Let's I guess let's keep trying to discover something. Fake runner. So here we are in the test for exec command. Pass in the fake runner. I guess we can assert um, use something. build failed. What else is failing here? Not conform. Yeah, again, not sure which direction to go in here. But I guess for now, we'll just append the command to our received commands. Right, because then yeah, what is this going to return? um, needs like a fixture to return, I guess. Yeah, but then then it doesn't conform to the protocol. Yeah, not sure what to do here. Not sure what to do here. Guess it's not needed for this test. Well, yes, except that we do call discover on there. Um, I mean, I guess we can say that we're not going to assert the usages of sh when we're using the as to get the Swift package dump. Because we're able to test that separately pretty easily. We don't really care about the rendered text there. Oh, I didn't mean to actually run. I meant to command U to run the test. Oh my goodness. Please Xcode. Okay, command U. That succeeded. Interesting. So what should we assert here? Uh, I guess especially because a directory is going to be in there, we have to be a little flexible. Um, I mean, I guess this will pass, right? We've like copy pasted it. Um, we got my username. We've got the derived data, random. Like we can't actually commit this test. We need to do something a little bit more sensible here. Um, Perhaps let's see, up to fixtures. I guess all of this. Perhaps. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Guess what's nice is now I have a test around this extra space that I get. Interesting. So what's our change set right now? We added in this new concept of a runner so that we could assert on um, the commands that we're about to run on the command line. Um, see, I guess this fake runner should only go in the in tests, right? So we can move that over. New file, runner, and copy this out. And I don't think we need to import foundation there. Find running. Oh, we need to import I guess swish lib. Build succeeded. That succeeded. Okay. I suppose this could go in its own file as well. Okay, I think I like this direction. See, this doesn't actually run anything using sh, using the command line. It just does stuff directly. Um, build, however, does, and it uses it uses sh to run an rm-fr. But I guess we could use the file manager. Yes, we have the build command could use a runner, that command, and init. Does this use sh at all? I don't think it does. I think it just kind of scaffolds some stuff for, yeah, this is the scaffold command, getting someone started with swish. Okay, so let's add this runner idea to here as well. And so we have one build failure right here. And then let's try to test for that build command as well. new file, build command tests. We can be inspired by ourselves and copy paste from the exec command tests. Oh, spelling. And this is like the third time I'm using this same line. I've copy pasted it. It might be time to extract something here. For just this moment, let's copy paste it over so we can do this test. We'll make a build command. No announcer because we're just in a test. We don't care what goes out to the command line. I mean, what goes out to the terminal. Pass in this fake runner so we can assert what gets passed in. And we'll pass in that switcher, which is the fixture. So then we can basically do the same asserts as from the exec command. And they will fail, hopefully. Yeah, I guess this should be build, what I'm expecting. Still testing. That build couldn't be removed. No such file or directory. Oh yeah, I guess we have to check if the file's there and then decide to remove it or not. It exists, file exists. Does this throw? Oh, I guess not. Okay. Test failed. Where are we failing at? All right, we're just building. We're not running a target name. So I think this should pass. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess what's nice here is we have tests for asserting that the commands we expect are run. We need to test that the file manager called some stuff. I'm not sure. I don't think that's, well, I mean, I guess if we did what we had before, more easily assert, and it's you might say it's more symmetrical this way. I guess this is the downside of this is that it's kind of doing a lot to create a new process to run a shell command when we have support for doing this in Swift already using file manager. So yeah, I think I think this does kind of win out. But perhaps we could move this to a helper function. something like that. And if we command U, everything is passing. So some more tests. Now I can finally take care of this this extra space here. Let's get that failing test going. And let's hop into the exec command. Yeah, so that space is coming from right here. I hit delete or hit space, you can see it's kind of word wrapped a little bit. If I do this, you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I guess we only want to put the space here if there are additional arguments. Perhaps we could have the CMD be a variable that we append to if there are target arguments. Something like that. Would this make our test pass? It did. But I guess we need another example, uh, perhaps with arguments, to show that that is still working. Okay, this test is with arguments. This is going to be our test arguments, ABC. Now we should have a test failure. Oh, look at that. There's no space there. So it's failing in a way I did not expect. There's a test already running. Command dot to stop the tests. Test failed. Yeah, so you need to insert a space there between the target name and the argument. Let's head back to the exec command. So we can just put a little space there. And I believe this will make all of our tests pass. Command U. Nice, and we are green. Ooh. Yeah, so that's sort of, we have this sort of intermediate object that wraps sh so that we can assert and look up past and insert in a fake, and then the test can assert on the received commands. That feels okay. And I think that means we can remove the sh import from the files that had it. Yeah, help didn't do it. Init didn't do it. List doesn't do it. And I guess there's this Swift package dump, which again we use to decode a dump of the Swift package. So coming back to the tests, we keep using this line a bunch. I feel like I want a helper of like fixtures or something. I want to say like the raw value of the fixture and maybe like the name of the fixture. And I want to have like a something like that, so that okay, well, yeah, we'll return the empty string for now. This is a raw value of string. Perhaps this might be plus something like this. And instead of having this all over the place, we can say fixtures dot single target fixture dot. Yeah, I think that's the. Or should it be dir? I think dir is fine. dir for directory. And I guess this kind of means that we have to, whenever we add a new fixture, we have to add it here. And I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. What file was that in? I guess one weird thing then is now we have our tests, and then we have fixtures kind of sitting right there. Can't really put can't really put this into the fixtures folder because then it won't be interpreted as Swift code. I guess instead of calling this fakes, we could call it test support, and then both of these could go inside of here. Yeah, fixture support, and then a couple tests, I guess. Then we can use this. And run all the tests again. I mean, we don't have any more fakes. We don't have any more support kind of classes. So I think sticking the two there in a support directory is totally fine. Cool. So now we have a few more tests now. Let's go ahead and commit. Oh, we have to add this to our git ignore. I'm not sure why there's a slash in front. There we go. More tests. Added a runner helper so that we can alert on the commands that are alert the content of the commands that are run. Okay, so before we push, I want to make sure our GitHub workflows are looking good. Yeah, pretty good. Go ahead and push. And I guess we are on version 1.0. One thing I've been thinking of is like on the command line, you can say I think it's like I think to any like Swift build command, you can say dash SDK OS. Is that correct? Oh, dash SDK. Um, yeah, let's get some help here. Let's build. I guess what I'm thinking about this is that if you have a build step, if you're using Swish in an Xcode project, I don't know if it'll use the right SDK. And I don't have an example of that failing. So I guess it's not something to fix just yet, but I guess it's something for me to keep in mind for another time. Let's see how we're doing on Hub. Oh, I can just click from right here. And it opens on that screen. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes ago, we got a failure. Oh, yeah, I guess we can. Guess we're not supporting Swift 5.5 anymore. Yeah, so I guess I'll remove those builds. Yeah, I used to have Mac OS 12 runners on GitHub, but at the time there was like they would never come through. I guess we can try again. I mean, this one should be failing. We can we're gonna stop just one run on. That's gonna cancel everything. Okay, fine. Remove support with 5.5. See if we get a Mac OS 12 runner. It's been a while, so maybe they've added more to their fleet. Still is the last one to start. The other two have started. Well, while that's going on, let's see what else is going on. Oh, we have 1.0 beta 3. I guess I never released a 1.0 of this. Yeah, let's try to Googling the SDK flag one more time while that's building. Yeah, I guess if we're using Swish to like generate some stuff, I guess what we can do is we can try to create an error on the sample app in the sample repo here. Um, and see if it's a problem, I guess. So I guess the task there is demo app uh, wish generate code, see if it was okay with it. A new tab. Where are we? Dot ls. There we go. Swish sample project. Example project, I guess. Full just in case. Did vault ls. What we got here. Yeah, Nova dot. So the sample project uses Xcode Gen because I think that's one of the ways that I use Swish is to create a. I avoid checking in the Xcode projects. Um, well, that's not exactly true. I still check them in, but I have Xcode Gen to recreate them if there's ever a merge conflict. If Xcode has a problem and didn't add the files I expected it to, I can just completely regenerate it using Xcode Gen, and that gives me a lot of peace of mind. So I'm going to use Xcode Gen to add a build script phase where it's going to see if we can call Swish. And what's it going to do? I guess like code generation, I guess. What did it do? we'll make a new folder here. And we'll keep it like super simple. Actually, in fact, I don't think we even need to use sh necessarily. We can just import foundation. We can have contents. Which should we put in here? This is like the simplest hello world app in the world. So even adding something small is I don't know, maybe like subtitle perhaps. And we can generate a subtitle.swift perhaps with a subtitle in it. In general, you'll probably do something more interesting like generating XC assets or colors or localized strings or using sorcery or any kind of extra exciting stuff you do with your own code or using third-party tools. I want to just make sure that we're cooking correctly with Swish. What will we do? We'll say I should open this in Xcode so I get actual autocomplete at this point. So we'll say Z Swish package.swift. I'll say file manager default. And how do I write to a file? I think it's just data, right? Contents dot data using df8. Yeah, write to URL. Is there a right to path? No, that's fine. URL with path. So actually, I'm also not sure exactly where Xcode considers home. Maybe maybe we don't want to write anything just yet. Maybe we would just want to export some environment variables, perhaps. And I think we get a project root or something with our Xcode build scripts. Code build script environment value. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Let's see. Process info dot environment dot, and here we say projector. Otherwise fatal error, I guess. yes, then we'll say curl with this file path slash we want to stick it in the app. I guess it's going to be, yeah, just project root slash app and then a file name back here, which we said might be subtitle.swift. Yeah, I guess we can't really can't really run it from here, huh? So let's add it as a uh, script in Xcogen. Let me look up how to do that again. Xcogen script. Inline shell script. And this is on, for an example. Yeah, pre-build. Okay. Give it a name of swish code. No input files. Input files lists. I'm not going to mess around with the output right now either, in fact. This will be inline, I suppose. I think this will do. Oh, this needs to be in quotes. Cool. So let's open up the Xcode project. And look at the build phases. So it's here. Might not be able to find swish. I guess Command R. Yeah, we got an error. What is the error? Swish command not found. Yeah, I guess we'll just edit it inside of Xcode for now and then copy it out to Xcogen when we're ready. The xe run int run swish. Let's do. Let's replace the build. So it still says build is planning. I'm going to see if the command dot will. Let's try to run this from the command line. It's not able to build it. Oh, what are all these errors? I can't find SH and scope. What are you talking about? Let's come back to our build. The details, I guess. Still has not found a macOS 12 runner. Oops, I hit Command W. How come I can't find it? Xcode is having a bad time right now. Come back, Xcode. Code not responding. Force quit. Oh yeah. I'm not sure why it's having a hard time finding those. Because they're right here. I don't know what's going on. Also delete derived data, I guess. This is bonkers to me. Completely bonkers to me. It's right here. Um, I need to be more explicit. Do I need to say something like this? It was already at the right indentation. Argument label name. Okay. I mean, it's not that I can't find it, it's that we're in main.swift here. We've imported it, and it for some reason it can't find it. That's just completely bonkers to me. Reset the build directory again, and Swift build. Well, it was a different error, at least. So it looks like I finally found the error. This has an import secrets here, but I didn't have it here. I wish it would have said something. Oh my god! So then it just builds right away. Okay. Um, can I put this stuff back? Okay, let's yeah, swish dash B. That'll delete the build directory, as you can see, and rebuild the whole thing. Sure, we're good to go. Ow! So it needs that project uses SH and secrets. App Store uses all three. I think icon just uses, yeah, just SH. Oh man. Okay, I guess we gotta be explicit here. No, still getting the same error. This might be because I have to reset the builder. Ow. It was I should have committed when it was building because now I don't know what's going on. Let's see, what's the tag? Maybe this needs like a better tag. Um, yeah, we have 1.0. Here we have 1.9. What is going on? Now it just builds. What the hell? What did I do differently? Hey. Oh my goodness. Cool. So it's running correctly from the command line. You can get it to run from inside of Xcode, which I guess means I need to open Xcode. Close some of those extras. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there's these path problems. Ouch. I don't want to like hard link to mint though. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Targeting the simulator, but uh, we need to target Mac OS. So we're able to replicate it. We do need to fix this. Wonderful. Swift run SDK. Not have it. Oh man. Starting to fade. I'm a little hungry and tired. Um, we confirmed that this is something that we in fact need to do. Um, I guess we can commit the work in progress. Um, we'll I think I've done this before. Um, yes, eat it. Um, open tabs. Tag. Oh, really close. There's the SEK and the target. Wow. let's see what we get from running that. Let's try to show both on the screen. There we go. You run --SDK. macOS. Go SDK path. OS. Unable to look up item path in SDK macOS. Okay. What's the name of the SDK, man? I need a target. Yeah, I still have to fix this another time. Really getting anywhere with this right now, even after pushing just a little bit more. We did get a lot done today. We did some work for our underway scripting. We fixed a bug on Swish. We added more tests for Swish. How's our GitHub Actions going? No, not you. You. Yeah, still stuck on macOS 12. Thank you so much for joining me today on this adventure of live coding. I thought it was going to be too tired to stream today, but I ended up having a lot of fun. If you like what you saw, please consider liking and following the channel. I stream every weekday starting at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, usually ending around 3 or 4, although up to 3 is, I guess, what I promise for now. My website is fullqdeveloper.com, and we got the QR codes right there. Go directly to the YouTube, which has past episodes, Discord, staying in touch, Twitter for stream updates, and Ko-Fi to support directly. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful weekend.